Well, hey folks, my name is Brad, and if you've seen any of my videos from this last fall, you might recognize this guy.
Hi.
Hi, this is Greg. He has very generously invited me to dig giant holes on his land because right over here there was a bottle dump. Well, not just a bottle dump, everything went in this dump around 1880 to 1920. We have 3 videos digging crazy treasures out of this dump, which I will link down below in the comment section. And today we're here for attempt number 4. See what we can find today. Now, if this is one of my first videos that you've seen, I publish one of these every single Friday. So if you like what you see here today, consider subscribing or just come on back next week. We're gonna get the shovels out and see what we can find today. Well, we're trying to make a bit of a game plan here and trying to figure out where we've been. And it's hard to tell, but we think we started right here, the first trip, way over by this tree for the second, and then we were over here for the third. And we definitely had the most success on the first trip. So we're just gonna, right off to the side, maybe. We'll see what happens. But we're not really sure exactly where we were, so if we feel like we're digging in a spot we already have dug, and we'll just have to move somewhere else. There's remnants of my crock over there. Maybe we'll find the rest of it today. We didn't even start yet. And it was right on the surface, huh?
Yeah.
Raleigh's trademark. What's this down here?
Made in USA.
How did we miss that one last 3 times? Where was that? Right where you dug, huh? Perfect. Maybe we're in a good spot then. Well, my pit, it's not very deep yet. Elbow deep. And I just got myself a little ink jar. Lip is chipped a little bit, but what is this? S.Y. Co. Not familiar with that one, but it's an ink jar for sure. Beauty. Well, still working this way, straight line into where we think the main body of the pit is going to be, hopefully. And this just rolled out. As far as I can tell, it's perfect. And there is some text on here. Glossy Lavaris. Lavaris? I don't think we found one of these last time, did we?
I don't think so. Doesn't sound familiar.
It's actually still got a cork in it. And there's some stuff on the bottom too. Lavaris. Well, I can't read that right now. It looks like maybe it's French. But that's a nice one. No cracks, no nothing. Medicine, I would guess, or perfume, or probably medicine. It almost looks like a Listerine, similar to, but it's got a cork in it. It's cool. Well, it seems like most of the bottles are like under this overhang. Maybe I should go towards Greg here, but what we have that just fell out is a little medicine bottle. And I'm hoping there's going to be embossing on there, although I don't see one at first glance. On that side, we got some on the side here. Looks like it says Charles H. Fletcher's Castoria. Castoria is like a laxative, right? Like castor oil.
That's what I thought of when you said Castoria. It's castor oil.
Well, you know, that was a problem then too. That's my first Castoria bottle, I think. Not that that's particularly something to get excited about. Maybe it's like a compact.
Yeah, the outer case is pretty crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like there should be a photograph in the center of that.
That's what I thought. There's a piece over this, so I went to pick it up and it just fell off.
Oh, I suspect it's a compact of some kind. It'd be like a powder or something, like a makeup inside. Open up, you had powder on one side, something or other. Can't say I've ever found one like that metal detecting before. Usually they're...
Yeah, the round ones.
Round. Very fancy one. Well, I believe it was the second of the 3 trips where we were finding beer bottles, right?
Right, a lot of them.
Like dozens of them. And I just found the first of the day today. You can see that through the sun glare. Fitzgerald Bros Brewing Co. This was Troy, right? Oh, its bottom's busted out. Pretty sure this was Troy. Most of the beer bottles that we found were from Troy, or that area.
All right.
There was like 3 or 4 different breweries. Troy, New York. Busted though. I'm sure there'll be more. Well, Greg is digging this direction, but he just turned around and said, "Well, look at that!" I think he just found my Croc. You're on a roll with earthenware. No way. Here it comes. No way. Is that unbroken?
Looks at.
I am so jealous. That is awesome. No coins or anything inside?
No, it's got a little chip.
A little chip?
A little chip right
that's
there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, everything I find has a little chip.
That's all right.
Well, all the Crocs have jugs.
I would assume that's like a canning jar, right? You just, I mean, it's about the size, pint.
Yeah.
Amazing.
When I turned around and looked, I never would have saw that.
Yeah, I should do that. There's anything back there. Good for you. That's a beauty.
That's cool.
Well, right here I have the bottom of a huge bottle. It's a weird shape though, so I don't think it's incredibly old, but... Oh, it's square. Actually, I thought it was diamond. Oh, look at that! Wow.
Old can jar.
What is that? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Trademark, full measure, Royal. Not familiar with Royal, but there's a big old crown on there. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's even more down here. A.C. Smalley & Co. Patented 1896. That's pretty cool. It's not a Mason. Not a chip on it. It's a good one. Well, I just reached in to grab this piece of glass and I nicked myself. But wouldn't you believe it? I'll put my glove on this time. I just pulled that mason jar out, or that canning jar. Look.
Oh, you found the lid.
The lid was on it. The lid was on it.
Yeah, the bottle didn't look blue.
No, you're right. Maybe it's not the original. It fits. Well, it seems like maybe switching directions was a good idea because we're finding more stuff than we found in a couple hours now. I wanted to show this. I haven't found any more of this, but what a beautiful color on this, presumably stoneware. Porcelain, not sure. So cool. But I just found this jar, and as I flipped it upside down, this thing fell out. A black puck. Screw top with a metal lid on it, but on the bottom it says Wilbert's wax. And that's presumably what this is. A black wax. And I just asked Greg, what do you think they use wax for? And he said, oh well, canning, right? So they would have done the normal canning process. And then what was the wax for?
You know, like big jars, and it was jam.
Yeah.
And then she just pour hot wax on top to seal it.
On top of the product?
On top of the jam.
Wow. She just put the hot jam in the jar.
And then
wax.
Seal it with wax.
How about that? Learn something new. Well, I wonder. I don't know if that's what this is for, but
Possibility.
yeah. Cool. Anyway. All right. What do you think, Greg? This right here.
Ooh.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's broken.
Oh.
What the heck is
nice,
it?
Though.
I wonder what this was. Oh, it went this way. Look, there's a little guy playing a guitar. Look at him. He lost his head. Poor guy.
Looks like it had a little handle or something on the
you're
side
right.
too.
Yeah, there's only would have been a handle on this side,
Yeah.
which is the guy towards you. So you wouldn't have been drinking out of it, probably.
No, maybe it's like a creamer or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Cool.
Oh, pretty weird looking.
It's definitely a bone. Oh, is it a jaw?
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
there's teeth. Well, I guess it didn't come from a person then.
Nope.
Deer? Cow? Pig?
Too big for a deer. Too long for a pig, I think. Sheep, possible.
Oh, I didn't think of sheep. Probably mutton.
Yep.
Well, I find these metal detecting all the time, but I've never found one in a dump. Look at this.
Oh, bell.
Little jingle bell. Little clapper still in there too. That's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's considerably newer than the ones I typically find. I mean, this is probably 20th century, I would guess, but I wonder if the whole strap of them are in here.
Keep digging, we found enough leather in there.
Yeah, it's true. Most of the things we found here, all 4 trips combined, have been like 1890s up until like the 1920s, 1930s. And it's always interesting to find things in, you know, like the Castoria, very similar problems today that medicine would be used for. But what I just found here, I do believe is, I mean, it is a comb, but it's so fine and very gradually rounded. I suspect that this is a lice comb for people. We still kind of have that problem today, but not like they did 100 years ago. It seems to be like a Bakelite material, a very early plastic. Teeth are just falling right off of it. Would they have used this to remove the lice, or would they do this to check to see if there was lice, and then they used like a shampoo of some kind or a chemical? Who knows?
No idea, I'm not that old.
Well, I wasn't asking you as a lice comb. Pretty gross. Pretty cool, history-wise. All right, we've got the end of one here, and it looks like it's pretty interesting. And hopefully it's like a quack medicine bottle. But we've got rocks on top I've got to try to get rid of carefully. The embossing. None. Just a utility bottle. But it's cork top. I'll take that one home for sure. Beauty.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
It's a long ways from home.
Yep.
California Fig Syrup Co. What do you think they were using it for? Fig soda?
Stay regular.
You're probably right. It seems like a lot of these bottles are to stay regular.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna put the camera in the hole. Got a bottom of a bottle here. We've got one laying on its side here. We have the lip to a medicine bottle right there. Unfortunately, it's like under a overhang here, so I'm gonna pull the camera back out, see if we can get those out of there. It's the medicine. All cracked up, no embossing. That's another wine bottle, full of wine. Glug, glug, glug.
Ugh.
Here it comes. What do you think? Just a blank soda. Even more in that pocket. I wonder why. Well, I just got a little thing that I thought was going to be like a lipstick, but there's text on it. Benzedine Inhaler. Oh yeah, see this end comes off. Both ends come off. Yeah. And then I suspect you inhale through it, and the medicine somehow makes it through this tube into your lungs. What do you think Benzedine is for? Nasal decongestant. Under the name Benzedine in the 1930s. There's a date for that. It was marketed for the treatment of narcolepsy and appetite suppression, and was also used off-label for schizophrenia, morphine addiction, alcoholism, and behavioral issues for children.
Oh yeah.
If your kid's acting up, you have them take a whiff of Benzedine, I don't know. Man, they use this for everything. Nasal decongestion and morphine addiction.
Thanks.
And troubled kids. You want to take a whiff?
No, thank you.
1930s. Cure-all. Alright, I was just saying, seconds ago. One more bottle. Here we go. Is it going to be the best one of the day? A rare Vermont medicine for something really obscure. No, it's a fruit jar. Well, that wasn't a very good last bottle. We gotta find one more. One more. All right, you see it under the roots? It's a flip to a bottle right here. It's gonna be the last one. No matter what. Here it comes. It's the exact same bottle. No. Durkee, New York. We found a bunch of these last time. I don't remember what was in there, but it was 20th century fruits or something. I think it was fruits. Everything is fruit. All right, well, we are calling it a day. What did you say, 5 hours about? We've been digging,
Something like that.
digging holes in the ground, and we've got quite the trenches. So this is the pile of what we're considering the best stuff, the things that's embossed and the ink jars, things like that. Over here is twice as many bottles, but they're all what we would call slick. There's no embossing on them. It's hard to tell what was in them. A couple wine bottles. This might have been like a gin or something. Doesn't look like a wine bottle. But a lot of fruit jars and kind of unmarked medicine bottles. But here, what do we have? That's the Castoria, the Raleigh, your California fig syrup, a Foss fruit extract, which was probably sodas, I learned.
They also use it in cake recipes.
In cakes. Good to know. Interesting. This is an unmarked medicine. Grape juices, well, Welch's and I already forgot, Schul's. A ketchup, branded ketchup, Rochester, New York. Lavaris, a couple unmarked medicines. And then the oddball stuff over here. We haven't really figured out what this might be, like maybe like a creamer or it would have been a very small opening on top. Inhaler, comb, little crotal bell, jingle bell, a whole bunch of inks of different brands. Mason jar, a couple mason jar lids, and then, without a doubt, the coolest find of the day. Greg knocked it out of the park once again with this. It resembles a canning jar, but preserves of some kind.
It's a little crock.
It is a little crock.
Bigger than your first one, though.
Yes. All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching today's video, and thanks again to Greg for letting us play on your land and dig some giant holes. We were just discussing, is it worth coming again and doing it some more? I think so. I think there's some more.
I think so. There's I think one more dig at least.
One more. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time.